If you happen to get pregnant now, would you keep the baby or abort it?
Yes, I will keep the baby.
Why did you get pregnant in the first place? How did you get pregnant?
Actually, things happened. So there was this day I was feeling cold, and I just
You were feeling cold?
No, I didn't start out feeling cold. I felt like I should just go and greet my man, but because we had some discussion. Yeah, and now started to rain. It's so caring.
I judge you
so much. I've never even.
Before you even ever do it, I am judging you. I condemn you. Today, we're talking about one of the most controversial, emotional, and divisive topics in the whole world: abortion. And we're going to weigh all the sides, the pros and cons. I mean, pro-life, pro-choice, yes. We're going into it all, and we're not holding back. How are you doing, Ife?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm interested in this topic and to shed a bit of light on it, because like you said, it's a very controversial topic. It's one topic let's say you have a group of friends, you can't have all of them agree on the same thing on this topic.
Speaking of group of friends, right? Some of the things that we're going to also look at today is the impact on this kind of decision, the impact of your community on this kind of conversation. And one of the very strong forces of influence that a woman would ever have in making a decision on this kind of topic is the people that have her ears, her friends, the kind of community that she has been exposed to.
Heavy on the community.
Yeah. And the sort of exposure that she has always had. And speaking about exposure, we actually brought this topic to our community.
Yeah.
Yes. And we have a poll, and the takes are quite interesting. If I don't take that.
Yes. Very, very interesting. And I think I have to give a shout out to everyone on our channel, because they were always responding and being truthful.
If you want to make sure you don't miss out on this sort of conversations, trust me, our WhatsApp channel is not your regular. So there's a QR code you can actually scan on your screen right now to join the channel and be a part of the conversation. We'd love to hear your voice.
All right, so let me just take the question that we put out. The first one is, do you agree that a woman doesn't have to keep the baby regardless of the situation? And then the second one is, do you believe women should not have the right to end the pregnancy, even if it's their body?
Before you take a pause on what the poll looks like,
okay,
I want us to share our take.
All right.
I mean, that's what the conversation is about. And then from that, we can even make reference to some of the ongoing. I mean, the poll is still up. So if you're yet to join the channel, join it now. And let's see your reaction to that. But Ife, what is your take on the entire subject?
All right, my take, starting from the first question, is, do you agree that a woman doesn't have to keep the baby regardless of the situation? No, I do not agree. I don't agree. And I actually also don't really agree with the should I say I don't agree, or I should say I don't agree with the phrasing. So it's, do you believe women should not have the right to end the pregnancy, even if it's their body? So the way it is put sounds kind of like, I believe a woman should not my issue is the right.
This conversation is already expensive.
So the thing
why are you doing this? Why are we starting
what
this
I have issue with is the right part. So you have the right.
Which one? This is
that's the second one, right? Poll 2, yes.
Okay.
Which says, do you believe a woman should not have the right? So you should have the right, but you shouldn't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You're a politician. You're saying everything but saying nothing.
No, okay, here's the thing. You should have the right. It shouldn't be like the right is taken away from you. Like, this is the rule. You can't do it. So you should
So
have
you
the
have,
right.
you're saying that you have the choice
Yes.
to make.
Yes. But the choice you would make is
If for president. So what's going on here?
but
So do you know you're literally
I'm pro-life.
agreeing.
Let's just
Wait.
Okay.
We have a poll that is in reference before we go to pro-life or whoever or con we are now. We have two polls here, and you're literally agreeing to both of them.
No, I don't agree with number one. I already said it. I don't agree.
That a woman doesn't have to keep the baby regardless.
Do you agree that a woman doesn't have to keep the baby regardless of the situation? Wait, let me think.
No.
Do you agree that a woman doesn't have to? No. I don't agree.
Ife is confusing me on this show now. But we just started. It's too early for us to be here. So
For sake of, let's just move on. Let me pick number two.
I think I've just.
So I will vote. I will cast my vote with the second option.
So a woman should not have the right.
A woman should not end a pregnancy, even if it's her body.
So even if she has the right and the power to do that, she should not do that.
Yes.
Now, do you know the thing about pregnancy? Whatever situation with which a pregnancy happens actually robs the woman of so much.
Yes.
It's like one of those things in life where there are consequences for your actions.
Yes.
You know, there are consequences for that action as well, where you begin a process for a child to come to the world. So many things are taken from you. And you want to make sure that you are aware, fully aware of all the consequences and ready to carry the weight of what that journey is going to look like.
Yeah.
So are you saying that even when there are circumstances where, number one, the woman didn't get, she wasn't
It wasn't a voluntary action.
yes, she didn't get permission for her body to now house a baby, and she still has to go through that process.
I think we need to break down what you mean by she didn't get permission.
She was raped.
Okay.
A woman was raped and she discovers that she's pregnant as a result of that rape. She's to carry on with that process of conceiving that child and giving birth to that child.
Yes.
Even when that is going to leave her with a lot of scars and wounds.
Yes, because whether you abort it or not, you are still going to have the scars and the wound. And it will, because there's a psychological aspect to abortion, there's emotional aspect. So the fact that you got rid of the baby does not mean the trauma of what was done to you would go away. It will even be increased because now you are dealing with what was done to you and also with what you did to the baby.
Now, you can say that, but how much more when you now have to give birth to that child and see that child grow?
That's the thing. You don't have to see the child grow. There are plenty couples that are willing to adopt. A lot of people struggle with what's the term, infertility, and they really want to have a child. So you can give it up for adoption. There are care facilities. There are facilities that they will even stay with you right from when you discover you are pregnant, put you in a kind of environment where you don't feel like the trauma of what happened to you is reduced, and you already know that there's a loving family waiting to receive the child.
Now, it's easy to say this in this light. I hate that this is sounding like a debate. Like I'm putting you on the spot. Like you're a minister for women affairs or something. But I'm just trying to say, now there are many sides and many angles.
Many sides. It's not so straight cut.
It is not. Now, when people say pregnancy, or when people say, oh, I have a decision to, go for an abortion because it's my body. When you're saying, oh, you have that option of taking that child for adoption, that means you're exempting the process of what it means for a woman to actually carry a child for 9 months. She's housing an entire human being. She can give birth to that child and take that child for adoption, but that does not, there's a circle that will take her into. You're saying that, okay, fine, if she decides to go for an abortion and end that journey at whatever phase, she will still have trauma to deal with.
Yes, and sometimes the body even does not realize the fact that there's no baby there again. So this thing that you are talking about, like the process of carrying the baby to term, everything, in some cases they still experience it, especially if
They still experience it how?
yeah, okay, especially if they didn't find out early, that they were, let's say 3 months or 4 months, that kind of thing. So your body is confused, because as a woman, there are things we go through when you are pregnant, hormones that get released, things that happen to your body to prepare you for the delivery process and to carry the baby to terms. So these things will still happen, because I've heard of stories of not even abortion now, women that miscarry and they still have to go through the whole, like, you know, the trauma, the emotional, the bonding, that kind of thing. They still have to go through some things.
When we say that women should, regardless of the situation, have a child,
It's like this thing is giving, please, it's giving interview.
No, please calm
I'm
down.
tired.
It's not an interview, right?
I'm tired.
When we say that women
I think I'm sweating.
When we say that women have to go through that process of stepping into motherhood, regardless of the situation, and make exit plans for them in the midst of that, we're saying that you don't really matter. You're inconsequential. We're saying that you don't have a say. Do you know what?
That's why I said I had the problem. You know, when we were reading the poll, I said I had a problem with the rights. Like, you don't have a right. You have a choice. At the end of it, all this thing we are talking about is still a conversation.
But it's still tilting towards, you know, making her conform to a certain decision. Right? If you would step into motherhood, you want to eventually give that child up for adoption, you decide to do that.
Yes.
Regardless of the situation that brought you to that.
Funny thing is, the people that even have this debate, they are usually the people that find themselves in the position because of their own desire. It's not most of the time.
Some people choose
to what?
Some people choose to get pregnant. That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Not choose to get pregnant. Choose to have sex when they are not married, when they are not ready to get pregnant.
And so they find out that they're pregnant.
Yes.
So
because
as
if
a
you want to
measure
even
of
go
their carelessness.
Because if we even want to go the route of maybe rape, or, you know, those kind of situation where you didn't voluntarily involve in the sexual act, there's always what did this doctor call it that we had on the show? Is it after pill or plan B or something? There's a pill you can take immediately to prevent pregnancy.
Some
There's
people
always
also
after
call that
pill.
abortion too, you know.
No, it's not abortion,
Like
because the fetus are not formed
say,
yet.
No, not abortion, sorry. They don't say abortion, but they say it's also you, you know, you're still putting a process short.
No. Process has not started now.
Okay.
It has not started. So
All
how
right.
can we cut it short? It has not started.
You know what, Ife? This is making a question pop up in my head, and it's not unrelated. It's totally still in line with what we're talking about.
Okay.
At what age should family planning start?
Wow.
Before you answer, why
I don't even want to answer.
You don't want to answer, right? Why I'm even bringing this up is, so I'm thinking in my head, particularly because you went there, you said some persons even find themselves in this situation where you are pregnant. Why are you pregnant? Because you are sexually active. Why are you sexually active? Answer us. Answer in the comment section.
Yes, why are you doing the do?
Yes, why are you doing this? And one of the things that I have heard people say in this sort of conversations is, you know, with the right, when a child is being educated about sex, girl child, boy child, whatever, you educate children about sex as early as possible, and can even make sure they are on family planning to avoid this. I'm like, at what age do you now even start family planning? Because we have seen and heard stories of children in their teens, early teens, who are already sexually active.
Yes.
So sometimes they say that, oh, you should also not even make abortion an option for health reasons. What if the mother is unable to even go through that process alive. Some people have died under the knife,
Yes.
under, for an abortion process. But I'm saying that, so at what point exactly should we now even start indulging a child? Because I feel once you start that process, that means it's an endorsement.
I think the conversation of family planning can come in a way where it's not about preparing you for sex. It's about preparing you for understanding you, for knowing your body. That's what it should be. Sex. Let me say sex education.
If I say family planning, like which of the options do you want to go for? There are pills. There are injecting yourself. That's the no sex education. No.
So any family that is doing family planning for their children, let's say a teenager, is already telling the child that it's okay to have sex.
We live in a time where sometimes we you don't want to know what some of these teenagers are capable of.
Yeah, they are capable of a lot.
So whether or not you bring it to the table and say, see, I don't want to be surprised. These are things that you can do to prevent this and this and this from happening. They will still go behind your back to do it.
It still boils down to how a child is raised. So if you have some morals when you are growing up, some guidelines, if one of the things that affected our generation is we were told not to do something as a rule without it being explained to us.
Why not to do it?
Exactly. It's like you don't have sex before marriage. If you do this, you become unworthy. Like, it's not a personal thing. It's not as a woman you keep your honor. It becomes something we are told to do because of marriage, because of a man, because you want your man to meet you as a virgin at your wedding night and all of that. So that is a way we can rewrite the narrative for this growing generation. Educate them, not because you are preparing them for marriage or because you want them to go to a man's house or something. Educate them so they understand their value. This is part of who you are. Even though if you've had sex, it doesn't belittle you, but there's a kind of honor that you have. Don't just give it away anyhow. Don't give it away to someone that does not want it. Keep it till you are married, but it shouldn't be because keep it for a man. You understand what I'm saying? So it boils down, family planning, the conversation should be around morals. If there's morals, then...
But do you know one thing I'm also thinking? If we're saying that maybe introducing teenagers to family planning...
Why are we introducing teenagers to family planning?
What if are you not in 2025?
Why? They should do it and see what their eyes will see now.
Are we not into... we're literally at the time and season where... What?
Wait, I've been the one answering question. Let me ask you, what's your own take? Do you think...
I've been saying my take in the midst of this conversation.
I want you to say it out.
Ask me direct questions
so
now.
Do you what's your take on family planning? Do you think teenagers should be put on family plan?
No, I do not think a teenager should be put on family planning. With what I'm saying and how I'm pointing this conversation to that direction is because I'm aware those are possibilities. I'm aware those are realities in some homes. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it and I'm being loud about it. But I don't think that should happen. What I would rather endorse is sex education.
Yes.
And that a child is aware or teenagers are aware about sex. We are open about it. We say it. We don't
miss words.
Yeah, we don't miss words. We don't try to avoid the conversation with them because they are learning it somewhere else.
Yes.
And best believe they're also experimenting. And they might even know more and they might know better than their parents.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, in answer to your question, it should not even be, it should not be. Right? A child should not, a teenager, who is literally also a child, should not know the options that exist for her to avoid getting pregnant. Even though that can come up in sex education.
Yes.
It should come up in sex education.
That's peradventure, you now have sex. So peradventure, you want to start having sex. These are the things you should do to avoid pregnancy. Is that what you're saying?
I'm telling you, Ife, that conversation should be had.
That peradventure you start having sex.
Yes.
Okay.
it should be hard, because when you are training a child, you remember you are the one who said that it depends on your bringing.
Yeah.
Now we're also speaking to people who never had the luxury of a functional home, and they didn't have that avenue for father and mother to sit them down and say, oh, if a boy likes you and you are attracted to him and he has kissed, they don't have, not that they were born into the roughest and the toughest situation ever.
Or busy moms.
Yeah. And so
dad,
what do you now say to that kind of child? Right? Or how do you think, for a child who has explored some possibilities already, you now want to say, okay, this is what sex is. The child knows what sex is. Has had sex already.
The issue with this generation is that, my generation included, is that the devil has... should I use the devil? The issue with this generation is that we've glorified sex so much. It's as if there's no other thing for you to use your brain to think about other than sex.
Boyfriend, you're a millennial. Do you know what has happened to our generation as millennials? What has happened to our own generation is we mystified sex too much.
Now they are overexposed. Because everything is sex. I'm like, don't you have something else in your brain?
But why would they not be? Why would everything not be about sex? The music videos they watch is all about sex.
Yes, that's
the movies that they watch.
Yes.
In fact, one of the posts we'll be taking recently, let me spill the tea, is going to be about how Hollywood, you know, and when I say Hollywood, I mean all the wood. Holly, Bolly, Nolly, all the wood. How the wood has, number one, misrepresented fathers. How they have idolized rebellious teens. How they have also portrayed fame as what everybody should go for. And you know what fame comes with? Money, women, you know, alcoholism, drugs, all those things, unruly behavior. We're going to get there. But I'm saying now, it's all in their face. It's what you see that it becomes mirrored in your own reality too.
Yeah.
So now we have to not mince words. We can't pretend that they are aware. And now that by your phone, everything you need to watch is just a click away. So what are you saying?
Even be doing something, you get another ad.
So don't go close to a boy. If you go close to a boy, you get pregnant. What are you saying? They know all about more than that.
Yeah.
They know all about that already. So now is the time where parents have to be streetwise. You have to know what's going on out there. So when you are actually relating with your teenager or your child or your young one, you are speaking their language. You're not centuries away from their reality. So yes, I feel that question can actually, that conversation can happen in a sex education. You should say it though. Peradventure, you sex outside marriage is not what you should do. Peradventure, you now want to have sex.
I will kill you. I will kill. There's this Ahmed comedy that I like. I kill you. Everything. I kill you. So that's my reaction to that.
Please don't chip that in, parents. Chip in all the threats.
Yes. You get pregnant.
And that's where fathers come in. So I think a part of our conversation is the role of men in abortion decisions.
Yes. Should they have a say? This thing is so deep and wide. Like, we can look at it from a very wide range of perspective. Should men have a say? What's your take?
So if I'm thinking men, not necessarily the child or the father that has been conceived. I'm thinking fathers. I mean, the father of the teenage girl. I'm thinking whatever form of oversight that a child has.
Okay.
Now, I'm bringing that up because we're coming from this talk about family, the role of family, parents, and all that. That's why sometimes when a father figure is missing, when the father figure is absent to lay the foundation, to put the discipline, to make sure there's firmness, and that you have sense.
The father is meant to be that strict figure. Like, my father must not hear of this. My father
is meant to be the pillar of that home. That even when you've made a mistake, one of the things at the back of your mind is what your father will do.
But do you think in this kind of scenario, do you think father or whatever. We already said not the actual father of the baby. Do you think?
No, I'm just defining it. I'm just broadening what man is in this conversation.
But do you think they have a right to say go and get an abortion, or you must not abort?
A father has all the
Or
roles
any
to
male
play.
figure.
A man.
Yeah.
I really want to define it in context. My answer is not one way street.
Okay.
My answer has different. It's in different boxes, and I'm not trying to deflate. I'm not trying to wave off the answer, but I'm
Okay.
saying that now. Let me first of all answer if it's the father who is saying this and this. Number one, if peradventure is a teenager who we're talking about who is pregnant and wants to go for an abortion, now in some countries there's even no age restriction anymore. There's no
for abortion.
You know, you attend the woman so far you already have the baby inside of you and you want to make a decision. If a father steps in to say you must abort that child, you will not under my roof, not under this, and is threatening to bring down hell upon the child, I will say yes, the father does have a say, because you know what I'm going for, the consequence that child will be exposed to.
What if he's not a child? Because we are looking at it from the perspective of someone that is still under a guardian.
Under age.
Yes.
But what if he's an adult?
Yes. And you have everything together. You have, like, you are not under any authority.
If you are not under any authority, you are under your own government.
Yes.
So you can do whatever you want with your life. Yes.
Including abortion.
Including abortion. At that point, you can do whatever that you want with your life. As you have already made a decision now.
That's true.
You already picked something, right?
But one mistake shouldn't lead to another. So the fact that you add sex or add unprotected sex does not mean you should now take away the life of innocent baby that is just coming to the world. That's it.
You've said it.
Yes.
Is this regardless of the age?
So regardless of the age will be if it's the child that had sex, not in a traumatic experience kind of thing. So any child that feels matured enough to engage in sex goes further to engage in unprotected sex should be made. Another thing with this abortion is like we are training ourselves to avoid the consequences of our actions.
Now you said it.
Yes, because putting aside the traumatic experience, those that actually decide to engage in their act, and you decide to engage in their act, you enjoyed it. When the result of your action now come, you are now running away with it, running away from it. Now, that's wrong.
Yeah. See, thank God you have said this thing, because this is a direction I wanted you to actually pour out. When you've already, because you said, what if it's an adult, not a teenager or underage? When you decide to do something and you see the consequences glaring, it's staring you in the face. You're meant to own up to it and take it with your full chest.
Exactly.
Right? You are meant to choose it. Because you're making another person suffer.
Yes.
For your own decisions.
Yes.
You're making another person suffer for your own decision. And in answer again to the question whether the father figure or whoever is the guardian over that teenager, that's the person that should actually have a say. But should the person now have a say?
No, sorry. What did you say now?
You know, you asked me a direct question. That do I think that for an underage, should the father insist that
father of the
not the baby,
not the baby father,
the child,
the baby, you are talking about the baby. Oh, okay.
The father of the teenager, please.
Thank you.
The father of the teenager, because at that point, children don't know what they are doing.
Yeah.
However, am I endorsing it? No, absolutely not. I'm not saying that you should now enforce it as a form of punishing the child or making sure the unborn child is not punished by coming to the world when that child is unwanted. I'm saying at the end of the day, we have but there's this saying about, parents only doing the things that that's the best they know.
Yes.
They only act at the best
Yes,
level of
yes,
knowledge that they
yes.
have,
Yes, at
regardless
the
good or
moment.
bad,
Yeah.
at that point in time. And sometimes it can be in the rage of wanting to just address that issue. That might not be the best situation for that point in time. But should that child have to go? Not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I feel we should look into is I think I said it in the start, that's the effect of abortion on the abortionee. New English effect 2025. Because I have seen some, also to reference an episode we did previously where we actually had a certified doctor come in to talk on this. The process of abortion is not easy. It's not easy, other than the nonsense ones that they do.
Some people say they would
up,
rather go through
blah, blah,
that
blah.
than go through the 9 months and,
Some
watch
of
a
it
child
have
grow.
repercussions beyond the recovery stage. The womb can get damaged. There's your self-esteem. There's the trauma, because the mind will keep bringing it back.
They will heal from the trauma.
They will not heal.
Ife.
You shall not heal. Oh, on a serious note, healing does not happen that quickly.
What are you saying?
It's not that easy to heal, except your conscience is dead. Is your conscience dead? That's the only scenario where you can do it and then you are over it. But if you still have a conscience and the emotion, the human emotion is still there, it will haunt you later. And then the trauma of, because the medical doctor was explaining the process and it was like they have to put a metal inside, dig around,
That's
break
one
it.
of the procedures. That's not the
What other
standard
procedure? What other procedure is there that would not be shameful?
There are phases where before you get to that point,
Can take
pills.
a pill.
There are pills.
Okay, so the pills one is before the pregnancy develops.
Like in the early stage of discovery, if it's still in the first few weeks, pills. Yes, people
can
take
take
pills, and then
pills.
that's how the abortion goes.
Still.
I'm not
Yes,
disputing
yes,
all
I
the
get
gruesome situations of abortion. I'm just saying that there are people who have counted their cost and they don't mind that option. They would rather.
Yeah, looking at the shame, the pain that will
They'll
go
rather.
with.
Because one thing the society has done is successfully been able to mask the fact that some things are harder when you are the only one going through it. We've seen situations of people who change their gender and then they will tell you the aftermath is they regret it.
Yes.
Some become suicidal.
Yes.
But they'll still be a part of the community that supports it, still smile and be like, wow, I finally got freed from who I was not
And those will be the loud ones.
the loudest.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, people have counted their cost and they've said, and they pride in it. Was my choice. I decided to do this. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. My body does not belong to the government. My body does not belong to any institution.
It
My
doesn't
body, my
actually.
choice.
Yeah, your body, your choice, actually.
But is your body really your choice?
Yes.
Wait.
I said it in the beginning. The right part. Your body is your choice, but you should make the right choice with it.
Well, in making the right choice, if you happen to get pregnant now, would you keep the baby or abort it?
Yes, I will keep the baby.
Why did you get pregnant in the first place? How did you get pregnant?
Actually, things
With whom?
happened. So there was this. Before we got. But actually, things happened. So there was this day I was feeling cold, and I just
You were feeling cold?
No, I didn't start out feeling cold. I felt like I should just go and greet my man. So because we had some discussion, and now started to rain. It's so caring.
I
He loves me
judge you.
so much. I've never
Before you even ever do it, I am judging you. I condemn you.
Yes. Yeah, but
you are saying yes because it's not a situation that you are in. I'm saying wait. It's easy to say yes, you keep the baby. Think about what this will mean. How that you have to tell your family.
okay.
You have to be seen with, you have to be seen carrying a baby. You're not married. You have to. We used to be going to church.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, we go to church.
By the grace of God, I'm blessed with a church that does not judge as much. Wait. My church is a Bible believing church. We don't support premarital sex, but we also don't believe in casting away the mistake with the mistake maker. Put that English again. Ife 2025. I'm just spitting out.
So think about all the consequences. Think about the shame. Think about the stigmatization. Think about the pain of, oh my God, how do I even begin to raise this child? Think about the fact that the person who you are even pregnant for is denying it. You're laughing.
I kill you.
Think about all the things that this is involved with. Think about, are you going to keep the child? Are you ready to be a single mother? What are the consequences of being a single mother? Do I really want to raise a child on my own? What do I do? What do I go from here? How am I sure I'm able to raise this child? Okay, so am I going to marry the guy that I got pregnant for or with?
Whichever.
Think about all those things and understand why some people make this decision.
Okay, I understand why people will make this decision. This is not a judgment at all. Looking at everything you just mentioned, so I will understand why someone will take a pause and be like, no, I can't go through this. I can't do this. But the reason I said yes was because I know the family I'm coming from. As much as my mom will kill me.
Is that what Ife is doing, she's just using people. She's using her church. She's using her mom. She's using her family. Because you know that they'll forgive you.
That's the thing. As humans, we need support systems. So if you are in a place where you know that whatever you are going where you are in a place where you know that if you make mistake, you have a place to run to. It will keep you from making further mistakes, because that's usually why people get into troubles. And that's what leads to bad situation. So you find out that you made a mistake. So in a bid to cover up this mistake, you make another one because you are trying to cover yourself. Oh, what will people say? I don't have a place to run to. I don't have. But if we can build a society where, as much as we are against certain activities, but if it happens, you are still accepted.
Okay, let me read something to you that buttresses this point, because we know this is where some people are at. Pregnancy is not just about bringing a child into the world. It has life-altering consequences on a woman's health, career, finances, and future. The reality is not every woman is emotionally, physically, or the reality is not every woman is emotionally, physically, or economically ready to raise a child. Forcing motherhood when someone is unprepared doesn't just affect the woman. It increases circles of poverty, neglect, and trauma in society. Legal abortion isn't about encouraging people to avoid responsibility. It's about giving women the power to choose responsibly when and how they step into motherhood. Now, this is the thought process of many people, that they don't want to be a part of that circle. They don't want to have to raise a child without a father in the picture, and then they now, contribute to the problem of society, because we all know the statistics about children that are raised by single mothers or single fathers, or from broken homes, dysfunctional homes. And they say it's because I don't want to be a part of the problem in society. That's the reason some people make that decision.
A valid reason.
Yeah. But we are still saying that wherever you are at, you should make sure that your your choices, the decisions that you make, like you first said. And we even mentioned about the impact of society, community on this sort of decisions on women. There should be that system that gives room for a woman that is under this kind of situation, right? And by all means, seek the support that you need. Some people don't have it easy, that even when they seek support, it's like they've gone from
End
fire
of the
pan to
world.
fire. Yes, like hell. And what do you do in that situation when you feel totally hopeless? Where do I even turn to? What is there even any help for me? I just have to end this and do this abortion. There is actually an answer for you.
And I also wish that this kind of answer, this kind of institution that cater to people like this are more vocal about what they
do.
did, what they do rather. So the same way you have a number to call when there's a fire outbreak, or there's a number to call when there's robbery, the number to call for the police, the number to call for the fire department.
Yeah, there are numbers to call for this.
Yes, so I wish that it's vocal, it's a known thing, that when you are in this kind of situation, there are people that will actually take your hand and walk you through the process to delivery, whether you are deciding to keep the baby or to give it up for adoption. One of those systems is churches.
Yes.
The church you attend. So I will also speak to our church system that will be.
I almost thought if I wanted to say, like, we speak to
Speak.
association
Who am I? Who are me?
body.
So I'll just speak to them that we know what our faith stands for. We know, or should I say, we know the stand of our faith in this situation. But one thing I know about the God that we serve is it takes pleasure in making beauty out of ashes.
Yeah.
So if you have anybody in your church that find themselves in this kind of situation, the next thing to do is not to make them feel, is it ostracized? Is it correct? Not to make them feel ostracized, not to make them feel like because they made this mistake, their life has come to an end. They can never become anything in
The church
life
should actually
again.
be that place.
Yes. So the church should be a place where they can come in to accept them, even with the mistake. Not only accept them, and this is very important, not only accept them, but show them the pathway to getting back on track.
Yeah.
So
That's another journey entirely.
in fact, it's more important than acceptance. Because if you say you accept me and I'm still confused about how my life will be in the next 9 months,
what to do,
Yeah,
how to raise this child. and all that.
so more than the acceptance, let them speak to counselors. So this is where you are now. This is how we can get you back on track. This are the things that you can do. And thank God for the age we are now. The fact that you are pregnant does not mean that your life has to stop.
end.
If you are going to school, you can keep going to school. If it's business, you can keep doing it. Whatever it is, you can still become whatever or whoever you want to be.
And I would love to say that there are many, just the way someone will say, oh, I don't have enough to support myself. The situation is as bad as I'm literally alone. You're not alone.
Why are you having sex?
You're not alone. What has happened has happened, right?
Yeah.
What has happened is now time for you to wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah.
And embrace this reality. It's real. Sis, it has happened, sis.
Yeah.
Wake up and smell the coffee. You're not alone. Also, have it at the back of your mind that there are references of testimonies. Yeah, because
A lot.
you now would have to draw inspiration and fight for your life. You literally have to fight for your life. If the situation is unpleasant, your survival, the rate of your survival now is so slim, but you have to fight for your life and make sure that you seek for help. Yeah, you have to actually seek for help. you will not get the help that you need if you just wallow in self-pity. You think, the world has ended. The world has not ended. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to end if you choose that can be the beginning of another phase of your life.
Yeah.
You choose to make the right decision going forward, and you seek for the help that you need, because there is help for you, right?
And as women, we are very strong. Actually, we are very strong. You can do all.
Even though that's strength, sometimes it's unfortunate situations that bring out the strength to some people. But whichever way, let that strength come through, right? We're rooting for
this.
You got this. Because we want you to know that we're not judging you. If you're in a situation that,
no judgment at all,
that situation right now, and you're watching us. In fact, this whole conversation was made for you. And we really hope that you are hearing us loud and clear, and you're making the decision in the right direction.
Yeah. And we've been talking about the support system. We'd like to be a part of that support system for you. There's a line on the screen. There's a number on the screen that you can reach out to if you are calling from outside Nigeria. You can also send a message on WhatsApp. Actually, I think we prefer WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, please.
Yeah. So send a message on WhatsApp, and please let it be a godly hour.
Thank you, as you comply.
Yes. Nigerian time, godly hour.
Yeah.
Send a message, West African time. Send a message to that line. Just let us know. We'd like to be a part of that support. We'd like to be a part of that support system for you.
Yes. And for you to know how much this means to us, again, we're saying that this was actually made for someone who is in a dilemma right now. If you just even want to just share your story for someone to learn from, do not mind. We can make it anonymous. But if you've been in a situation like this, you are out of it, or you're currently in it, and you want to share your story, because they always say when you share, you've been able to cross a bridge, like you're halfway to the solution already, right? We'd love to also hear from you. What a conversation, what a conversation. We hope it resonates. We hope you've learned one or two things that can bring you clarity on your decisions as a woman.
And also, to further clarify, we've said it a million times already on the show, but this is not to castigate you. It's not to make you feel less than who you are if you've already done it. And we wish you actually share your story in the comment section. How was it for you? What was your experience after the act?
Send a message to the number on the screen.
Yes. And would you, what's the advice that you will give someone that is about to engage in the act? Is it don't do it or go ahead? Ife 2025.
You literally just turned this show to a punchline giving episode. Thank you so much for joining us.
So much.
You'd love to place your product, your service on the show, we have advert slots for you. And I'm telling you, it's a juicy package that you don't want to miss. So you can reach out to the number on your screen. If you'd love to partner with us, you love what we're doing, you'd love to be a part of what we are building at Ambience TV, you can also send a message or scan the code on the screen and be a part of our community of partners. Thank you for watching.
In also, if you like to take this conversation behind the Bible, if you want to take the conversations beyond this episode, or let me just say, if you want to connect with us, you can follow us, reach out to us on our personal page on Instagram. My username is ifeoluwaoladele21. It's going to be displayed on the screen. Also,
I'm Jumoke Afolari on Instagram. Love to hear from you.
Yes, and if you like to follow Ambience TV on Instagram, that is TV Redefined. Yes, for more, we have more shows. Also, are you subscribed?
Wow.
Very important.
Someone will be watching us and is not yet subscribed to this channel. That's wrong.
Very wrong. You stay till the end. That means you enjoyed the show.
Please
just click it.
Subscribe and click on the notification bell so you always get notified when we have something juicy for you.
And when you get notified, actually watch and come and watch.
Yes, and engage and like and comment and share your thoughts with us. We would love to hear from you. We always love to hear from our audience.
Yeah, and also I wanted to say something before. If you want to follow us, if you like to get leadership tips how to be a leader.
The marketer.
Yeah. If you like to get a leadership tips, if you want to learn from wealth of wisdom on what it means to be a
Please
leader,
go and feast on the resources I have on my platform on Instagram.
And also on YouTube. Should we put the YouTube or we should
No, let's leave the YouTube.
Okay. So check out our Instagram page. See.
Ife also has amazing stuff for you. She's your go-to if you need tips, hacks on how to strengthen your voice, whatever field that you're playing in. She has content strategies for you. She has tips for you on how to project your brand, right? And tell your story in an authentic way. So follow her on Instagram.
Yeah. Catch you in the next episode.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.